Hey there guys, I am the Six Machine and, well, welcome back to another video, I guess. Damn, GW just beating me to the punch with the leak video. They have now shown off in a fairly sensible move, to be fair, a full high quality picture of the now confirmed Parasite of Mortrex, as well as a few of his rules and abilities that we can look forward to in the upcoming Tyranid Codex. So let's not waste any more time and dive right in. The Parasite of Mortrex, famous from the 5th, I looked it up, edition Tyranid Codex, he is confirmed, as we expected, to be a Synapse creature, or at least have the Synapse keyword, which I presume is going to be the same sort of thing, or mean the same thing. And he also comes in with an incredibly impressive, much better than I was expecting, I have to admit, stat line, which you can see on your screen now. With a whopping 16-inch move, he also has a very respectable weapon skill of 2+, ballistic skill of 3+, strength and toughness of 5, 6 wounds, 6 attacks, and a 4-up save. He is admittedly somewhat squishy by the standards of 9th edition, but with less than 10 wounds, assuming he has the character keyword, which I'm going to go out on a limb and say he almost certainly will, he can hide with your gargoyles and get some lookout serve protection to keep him safe as he gets up the board. And with that 16-inch move, he can pretty much be wherever you need him to be by turn 2 at the very latest. So he has a very, very solid stat line, and even if his melee weapons, his clawed limbs, only end up being, -1 AP and 1 damage, it's still 6 attacks, hitting on 2s at strength 5, so he will still be able to chew through light enemy squads and chaff pretty damn efficiently. But in addition to all that, the Parasite has a terrifying new melee weapon, the Barbed Ovipositor, I think. Ovipositor? Whatever. With which he can make one and only one attack, but if it successfully wounds an enemy, and hitting on 2s at strength 6 with -1 AP, I mean, it's not guaranteed by any stretch, but it is at least somewhat likely to go off over the course of the game a few times, and if it does wound, any non-vehicle unit is infected, and they immediately suffer a mortal wound in addition to the 1 damage, and then at the start of your opponent's command phase, they have to roll a d6, and on a 1 to 3, the unit that is infected suffers d3 mortal wounds and is no longer infected, or on a 4 to 6, it takes d3 mortal wounds and the infected ability or effect, whatever you want to call it, continues. So this could in essence be a game-long set of d3 mortal wounds on a key enemy unit in every single one of your opponent's command phase, which, to be honest, is a very, very scary prospect all on its own. But in addition to that, much like the Parasite of 5th edition, he can now spawn you in extra rippers as well, and if your opponent takes 2 or more mortal wounds from this infection ability, then you get to set up a unit with a single base of ripper swarms within 3 inches of that infected unit. So I mean, no, it's not going to do a huge amount, but that is an extra unit with 4 or so wounds that your opponent will have to think about and take care of and kill, or else it will just happily run rampant around his backlines, charging and tying up units in your following turn, or going off to grab backfield objectives and just generally making a nuisance of itself. It really is a very fun and potentially fairly powerful little rule for being able to keep enemy units locked down if they aren't careful, and giving your opponent yet another unit that they have to at least dedicate some firepower towards killing off. And then on top of that, in another awesome part of this rule, if a unit is infested with a parasite from the attack, it gains the It Itches debuff and no longer has Obsec. No more Obsec. So your Parasite can fly its huge 16 inches all the way to a backfield objective unit, infest them, make them lose Obsec, and then still potentially tie them up for most of the game with continually spawning Ripper bases. It is a really powerful harassment, objective denying unit, and that is exactly what the Parasite should be, in my opinion. It isn't a terrifying killer in and of itself, it just infects the enemy and then lets them destroy themselves. It's super fluffy, super fun, and as I said in the last video, I really do love it. So there we go, a few of the rules and abilities coming with the gorgeous new Parasite of Mortrex. It is looking incredibly cheeky, and depending on points, could be a really key unit in the new codex to help you deny enemies claiming objectives and scoring points, and, you know, tie up otherwise shooty squads with endlessly respawning Ripper swarms. But as always, what do you think? Do you like the model now that you've seen a better quality picture of it? And also, what do you think of the rules that they have shown off so far? Let me know in the comments below, and as always, thank you very much for watching. Please do like and subscribe for more Warhammer content from me, it really does help. But until next time, I will catch you later, guys.